goodness! Hello and welcome back to the Kwendy home. This is our laundry room, but not only that, it's also our mudroom and access to our backyard as well. It is a 7x10 room, which is 70 square feet. So as you can imagine, this room has to pack a lot of punch because it's multifunctional, and it also houses 3 doors. 1 door to the garden, 1 door to our garage, and 1 door to the rest of the house. So we really had to use every square inch of the space. In this vlog today, I'm going to show you how I maximize the space in this room and also how to deep clean our washer because it is definitely due. It's on my pants! It smells! I learned some things about myself that I'm not too proud of. All right, let's get started and let me give you a tour. One of my favorite things that we did in this laundry room when I was designing it was actually implementing a laundry line, but I didn't want to hang it across the room because I knew I needed cupboard space as well, and I didn't want that to hinder it. So what I did was actually put a rack on top of the laundry room sink. So when the clothes are drip drying, it has somewhere to land and it's not all over my floors. It looks really functional and pretty as well. So it gave me space to put things like potted plants and other things on top of our laundry sink, but also a place to hang. And it only took 2 little, what do you call them, brackets that held the rod and the shelf up. So that's one way to save space. And if you actually do a 360 in this small but mighty room, we actually have 3 peg hooks in the room, all doing different functions. We have a basket on the peg hook that holds all our strings, another peg hook holding all our supplies for laundry and even small sweeping, a rug beater, and then another one that acts as a very, very mini mudroom that holds my purses, keys, and also a place to just land for my purse. So using wall space, we maximize vertical space, and we have a little bit of an alcove on either side of our garage door that we really used all the space that we can. One of the clever things that we implemented in here is having a tension rod that I secured actually with nails because I wanted to hang our cleaning supplies by the spray bottle. I thought that was really smart. I can see everything I have. It's tucked away, but also everything is in one place. I call it my cleaning supply garage. Underneath that, you will notice below the spray bottles are command hooks. They're kind of grippy. I can put my Swiffer, my dusters, even my mops right there, and I can pull it in and out whenever I need. We also house our Dyson vacuum right there. I'm surprised how much I can put in this really tiny space by maximizing the height of the space as well. On the other side of that cleaning garage alcove is my multi-purpose alcove. On the bottom half, we house our shoes because, like I said, it is our mudroom and that's the door to the garage. So it's really handy to have all our shoes there. I gotta swap my winter boots for my summer flats. But on top of it, we also maximize the space all the way up to the ceiling, and I have all these baskets housing miscellaneous things that we labeled, from cleaning supplies to command hooks to small nails, bits and bobs, and you'll also even find things like attachments for our cleaning supply tools, like our Dyson attachments and Swiffer heads and all that jazz, and dusters all go in there, everything we need to refill. That's the side of the house that I would argue is the most hardworking. For a 2 by 3 feet worth of space, we really utilized it very well, and it does not impede on foot traffic here. So I'm very proud of how we use the space, and I love how when you look on the laundry side of things, it's still very pretty, but functional and beautiful at the same time. A huge impact we actually did early on when we did this renovation 5 years ago was changing that side door to the garden and the backyard into one that has glass. We know our neighbors very well. We live in a cul-de-sac, so we didn't think we needed the frosted pane, but that could be easily done with peel and stick frosted panel if we wanted to. That's made out of plastic, but I really like the natural light that comes in, and we made made sure to also let in light into the rest of the house by keeping this door that actually used to be in our dining room, and now light kind of flows in because it gets really bright this time of day, and I love it because it used to be super dingy and dark in here. I wish I had a before. Maybe I have a before photo I can show you. Something else we did that I really liked was having the cupboards. I did not take it all the way up because I knew I wanted to put pots or like gardening tools up there on display as well, but I think I cleared it a while back for spring cleaning. But here we have some really hardworking cupboards as well. I decided to put my fabric softener and detergent in these, what do you call these? Like drink dispensers. It's been super helpful because I'm short and so I can just dispense right out of it. I even have a catch-all tray here to collect any drips. On the other side of this is also another miscellaneous. You can never have enough miscellaneous cupboards and baskets, I swear. But this I converted into drawers as well up here so that I can see everything. I like to micro sort and organize, and everything has a place. You can see sewing kits, buttons, nails, anything to do with cleaning is in the back as well, and refills and such like that. And in our last cupboard is definitely all our restock. We have it. It's basically all cleaning supplies up here in that last cupboard. Okay, let's talk about some regrets that we fixed later on living here for the last 5 years. One of the things I still love, but the washer being a front loader can be an issue when it smells. So something I did buy was one of these handy dandy bendy arms that is magnetized on one end, so I can snap it into place and keep this door open so that it can air dry and not smell or develop mold. Now, seeing as how it's a high traffic area with literally 3 doors flowing, we always close this by accident. That's why this arm has been so handy to have, because as you can imagine, when we come in through the mudroom and we have all these groceries, we're knocking things down and this door gets closed. So this is something that was like maybe a $10 fix that solved this issue. But clearly, when you watch the cleaning portion of this video, maybe think twice if you don't want to do this much upkeep. But I do love the look and the efficiency of a front-loading washing machine. Something else that we slightly regret was not putting countertops, although there was a budget restraint. Can you imagine putting more quartz counter or anything like that, marble or anything? That would definitely up the budget. So this was a quick fix that I found on Amazon. What I find happening was once we brought things in from the grocery store or anywhere really, or paperwork or anything, we put it on top of the laundry machine, but because there's a crack, I've lost bills down here, socks have slipped in, paperwork, cards, everything. So I decided to just buy a counter. This was a quick fix and things have stopped rolling. Like I've lost lipsticks back here. And of course we also have our lint box. It's cute, but also if you're a crafter or you save things for kids projects, because my sister's a teacher, she's asking for lint and stuff, I decided to keep a little box here. It's like for garbage, but just for lint, so I can collect and save up for these projects. Also, it's super handy to have next to my dryer. Like I said, we have used every single space possible in this room. I'm so scared. Apparently, I'm supposed to do this every 30 loads. It's definitely been more than 30 loads. Tip, grab a baking tray because this will catch the water, but also get another bowl because this is not going to be enough. Trust me. Oh, oh my gosh! That's so much water. Wait. I'm so scared. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Oh, it's leaking. It's on my pants. It smells. It's on my pants. Wait, how come nothing's coming out? There's colors in here. Wait, it's leaking everywhere. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, it smells so bad. This is some gnarly stuff. This is why they tell you to do it more often. And then apparently there's a filter in here. Oh. I'm gonna mix 1 part vinegar and 1 part water in a spray bottle. Just a natural cleaning solution, but you can use bleach. If you use bleach, don't use anything else. Okay, we're gonna go in with a scrubbing Obviously, my smallest scrubber, it's kind of deformed, but if you don't have one of these, grab you one of these Rubbermaid toothbrush things, but they're actually cleaner. I'll link mine, I got it on Amazon. Put on with the microfiber cloth. Gross. Ew. Oh my. Okay, I'm gonna dry it off and pop it back in. How do I tighten it back? Righty, tighty. Righty. It's not tightening!
One eternity later.
This is wonderful. This is just wonderful. This sketchy moldy water. Oh my gosh, if this spills on me, I swear to God. Time to clean the dispenser. And all you have to do to take it out is push this little button right here. Oh boy, this is bad. This is real bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, this needs a clean bad. I'm gonna pour 2 cups of vinegar inside the drum and wash it on the highest cycle for the first round, and then do baking soda for the second round if it still smells. So let's go. But don't do it together though, because then it'll just cancel each other out. Thank you for hanging out with me and checking out this laundry room tour. Hopefully you got some tips and tricks on how to save space in a small space and utilize it. Don't get me wrong, 70 square feet is the biggest laundry room I've ever had, even if it's shared with a mud room, and I'm so proud of how we utilize the space. After 5 years of living here, I think we really maximize every square inch in here. I love it. But if you have any ideas on how to use the wall behind the door, let me know, because that is the only white wall we have in here. But maybe it's better to leave some negative space because, like I said, this room is already packed full. Anyway, thank you for hanging out again. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button so that you know when we upload the next video. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you there.